Hey there guys, I'm Jake, the Offensive Gamer, and this is Relapse, the demo to be specific. I was on Game Jolt a couple days ago, and I was just going through different, horror releases that came out recently, and I came across this, and typically with these sorts of games, I don't want to know too much going into it, because that kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing horror, is if you know too much, it kind of spoils the scary, or the scariness, the scare factor of it itself. As it is a demo, I'm assuming it's not the complete version of it. As you can see, you can fund it through Kickstarter. So should you be interested in this game, feel free to go ahead and take a look at all of that after the fact. So, yeah, that's about it. Let's get to it. Welcome to the Relapse demo. You receive an email informing you that Arcadia, the disused Victorian Insane Asylum, is about to be knocked down to make way for a new development. As an urban blogger, you decide to visit to take some photographs before the demolition. If you enjoy the demo, please consider supporting us on our Kickstarter page. Cool. Alright, so we have like a difficulty thing here. We can choose anxiety or psychosis. Anxiety being same story, easier puzzles, or psychosis being basically more difficult puzzles. I don't know. I guess we'll go into this with psychosis, and hopefully it's not too incredibly difficult. If it is, I guess I'll just start over, and, whatever. Not a big deal. The paper Hospital Services for the Mentally Ill, published in 1971, proposed that all insane asylums within the UK should be closed to replace by care within the community. Over the following years, all the old Victorian asylums were closed and boarded up. That actually has happened, or that's an actual thing that happened in the United States. I don't know if that's what this is relating itself to, but yeah, and they kind of just became the homeless people for quite some time. It was kind of fucked up, honestly. It was a way to respond to how insane asylums would essentially treat their patients, which is effectively torture, the way that they treated everyone. Anyway, let's continue. I like that you're allowed to click to continue as opposed to it just pushing you through it. A lot of games do that, and it's very annoying. In 1992, a patient who had been released into the community killed a man outside Finsbury Park Tube Station, stabbing him in the face 3 times. He had stopped taking his medication. Talking his medication, yes. He stopped talking to his medication. Present day, Arcadia Asylum. Alright. Okay, we're right inside of it. Hint, press tab to view your objectives. I need to find a way into the asylum. Interesting font choice. Usually with these, sort of horror games, it's typically a very generic, like, horror-themed font, whereas this, I can't quite pin what it might be. I would almost suggest it were the Alien font, but that would probably not be the case. I don't think that is. But it's very similar in a couple of ways. The line through the A, for example. But, whatever. Anyway. So, we've got to find a way to get into the asylum. I'm assuming the front door is not going to be an effective way.
It's locked.
Oh, voice acting. Alright. The stone was laid by Her Most Glorious Majesty, the Queen Victoria Regina? Is it like Canada with that, or is it Regina? I don't really know. I don't know very much about queens, so forgive me. But yeah, so I wanted to play this game just because I've been talking about how I wanted to do more, one-off horror games and things like that, which I don't believe this is more than 30 minutes or so. So I did like what was it? Stranger or something? Shit. Rides with Strangers, that's what it was. Excuse me. I did Rides with Strangers recently, and that was an interesting, new, original idea for a horror game, and that just got me interested in checking things out on Game Jolt. So I think I'm going to be doing more of these whenever I get the chance. But quite frankly, I just want to do more horror games in general. But yeah, so we got to find a way inside of this asylum. How are we going to do that? Very foggy. Okay, I bet you there's something in there. What? The creepy cabin in the middle of the foggy woods? Right next to a graveyard? I don't think so. That would be ridiculous. What's this?
It's locked.
There's a padlock with a combination, so we're not doing that. How do I get out of this? I don't want to press escape because I'm pretty sure that's going to take me out of the thing. Okay.
It's not those numbers.
Okay, so I can right-click it. That's how I do that. Okay, so I got to find a padlock number and a way to get inside the asylum. Got a spade head. Hint. Rusted old spade head. Alright, wait, it said, like, hints or something like that. Whatever. Anyway. There was...
I need a tool.
Right, new objective added. Let's see. I need something to dig this grave. I'm guessing the spade head would be helpful in that situation. Equip?
It hasn't got a handle.
I feel like that's gross. That's quite unnecessary. I don't think you need a bit of wood to attach to that thing to really dig. I guess our investigator is a bit prissy and doesn't want to get his hands dirty. Fair enough. I don't really know the reason why he's here, so...
It's
yeah. Okay. It's very dark. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and... Can I... I don't think I can change the options. That's too bad. The gamma's a little low, but that's not an issue. I really do not want to press escape because I am genuinely afraid that if I do, it's going to cut me out of the game, and I really don't want to deal with that. Okay, so got to find a handle for this spade. Or shovel, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and also the sensitivity isn't the best for the mouse. Oh well. I'll make do for as long as possible. I live such a tortured life. Is that a chair? Or, a bench, I should say? What the fuck is it doing? Oh. Is there a thing?
I can't reach. I can't reach.
Huh. Well, there's a ladder there, so that's a thing. Let's keep looking around. Oh. I have a wooden support thing now. Maybe that's for the ladder. Maybe I can reach the ladder with that. Might as well give it a shot. So, first things first. I just want to see. Will this combine with this?
It won't
No?
fit.
Okay, I didn't think so. In that case, we'll go ahead and equip the wooden support.
I can't reach.
Fuck.
I can't
Alright.
reach.
What's the wooden support for, then? Want to use it to break this? No?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. You fucking tell me, buddy. I have no clue what to do here. How do you make this easier? This is like, I don't understand how like these puzzles become less confusing. Like, I don't think that you really even qualify them as puzzles necessarily, more so just objectives. I don't know how they become simpler just through, you know, an easier difficulty. I don't get that. I have no idea where this support goes. I'm seriously, like, I mean, I've only been playing this game for like 10 minutes, so I'm seriously considering just, like, moving on to the easier difficulty, because this is crazy. I have no comprehension of how I'm supposed to get on with this. Right, yeah, you know what, fuck this. I'm fearful that I may have turned the gamma up too high. It's like almost as if the entire intention is to make things darker as you get closer to it. And I realize this game isn't finished, and also it's free, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like overly critical of it, but it is very odd how that works. That it like gets darker the closer you get to it. I think you can use your flashlight and all of that, but it just, I don't know. Very, very strange. Okay, so now the ladder is down here. Okay, well, we'll get this in a second, but I want to look around a little bit more, see what else has changed. The ladder's a lot easier to get to. What the fuck could I have used? Like, I'm genuinely curious
Rusted shut.
as to what I could have done. With that, you know, with that wooden support. I don't really understand. Let's go ahead and check this place out, see what's going on here. Alright, you still got the padlock. Alright.
It's the wrong combination.
Hey, you still got those wooden supports. Hint. God damn it. There we go. Too heavy to carry more than one. Alright, well. Thanks for that. Maybe... I don't know why, I just want to check this out. This is like there's stairs there, so it just like implies that there's something going on here. I don't know. Guess it was just a thought. Also, I figured out how to use a flashlight. I think I forgot to mention that. Okay, so... no handle for the spade head. Perhaps I can now use this.
The handle is missing.
Alright, never mind. Well, we have the ladder at least, so let's go ahead and check that out and see what happens. I'm assuming I can probably put the ladder up over here because there's the window that's able to be entered through right up there, so that would make sense. Yeah, ladder was over here. Ah. See what I'm saying, though? It looks very strange. It's like very contrasty, but in like a negative way. Press E to climb the ladder. Thank you. Oh, okay. I was thinking I would climb upward, but I just press E and it does it for me. Alright, that's fine. What the fuck? Okay. Need to find a way out of the garage. Good thing I have the flashlight. How do we get out of the garage? Oh, there's a thing I can grab. Got a battery. Okay, so that's for my flashlight. That's good. Got another one. Yay! Got two. Do I need matches or something for this? Or is this gasoline or is this water? This is probably water because of the pipe. But it's very discolored. That could just be due to like light reflections or something. Well, no, because here there's a barrel, so maybe it is gasoline. I have no fucking idea. Can I pick this up? Blunt knife. Well, first of all, can I open?
It's rusted
Oh, it's
shut.
okay. It's rusted shut. Maybe this. Jesus Christ, it is really dark in here. Oh, I did not see that. Ah, come on.
It's stuck.
All right, that's stuck for. Okay, good to know. All right, well, I think first things first. Let's take a look at this wooden plank. Can I combine that?
It
Oh,
won't
that's not
fit.
the right thing. Loose plank.
Why would I do that?
Because fuck your mother. That's why, buddy. What's this? Come on. God damn it. There we are. Oil can. Also, I heard a noise. I was expecting maybe some sort of humanoid kind of person. Okay, so the oil. Obviously, there's a reason for that. I don't know. Let's... No? Oh, maybe this? Did it work? No? Oh, yeah, because it's rusted shut. Okay, that makes sense. It was rusted shut, and so I managed to get out. So, alright, that's good. I'm trying to think, what else? Like, I picked up a wooden plank and a knife. I don't know what either of these things can do for me. Well, I mean, now I can get back up, so let's do that. So I'm kind of tired. I keep on rubbing my eye. My apologies. I'm like in that tired state where my eyes kind of refuse to... Cool. So the window is closed now. Awesome. But yeah, I'm like in that tired state where like my eyes are stinging a little bit. Not like really bad or anything, but just a little. Which is weird. I've only been up for like 12 hours. I don't really understand. First things first, let's go ahead and save. Also, I can press escape. That's not an issue. But yeah, okay, so can't go through the window. Maybe that bench. Maybe I should check out that bench now. Maybe it's done glitching. No, it's just not moving now. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know. Is it a fucking animal? There's like a... It's like a deer out there or something. Hey! Hey! Deer! Fucking deer? Listen to me! Maybe I can... No? No wooden sport, can't climb. Hey, you! Fucking help me! What are those numbers on the plaque? I remember there being numbers. It was a year, right? 1874. 1874. Okay, so there were 4 digits. There were either 3 or 4 digits on the combination thing, so it was 4. It had to have been 4. That's the only... I can't imagine. Those are the only numbers we've encountered up to this point in the game, so... If it's not that, I'm gonna pull my fucking hair out. Okay.
It's locked.
Yeah. Okay, so... 18... Come on. Come on. Yes! Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. Alright then. We've got a paint can. Battery. That's the other thing. Quick little note for the developer. If you ever watch this, this can be kind of an issue. I don't know how you want to do this, but I would seriously suggest bordering out your fonts, like having a black border around the font. Like in Photoshop, it'll be called stroke. That way, you can still have this sort of brightness with the light, but people can still read what something actually says when they're about to pick it up. Okay, so nails, you know. Just a little thing I picked up in Photoshop.
I can't carry more than one.
Oh, can ya? Or can't
I
ya?
can't carry more than one.
Whatever. All right. Whetstone. That would be good for the knife and hammer. All right. Well, before we move on, we should probably go ahead and combine the knife with the whetstone because, as it says on here, knife is too blunt to be useful. So, whetstone is perfect for that. Yeah. See. So there you go. Yeah. Awesome. And is there anything else? Sure does not look like it. Alright, cool. Holy shit! Fuck, man, that was loud. Okay. Fuck you, developer. Fuck you very much. That was a good one. I mean, that's the thing I'll say about jump scares. Like when they're paced well,
I can't carry
And they're not just
more than
constantly
one.
bombarding you like that was, where literally nothing has happened up to this point in the game in terms of scares and all that, other than, like, I guess dropping through the garage. Well done. It was cheap, but it was well done. Okay, so... what... Wait, hold a sec. Why do I don't understand what the whole purpose of the knife is. Or the hammer. Like, what does this shit do for me?
Why would I do that?
I don't know, man. Oh. And then I can do that, right? I'm fucking on point, man. Alright. The spade.
It keeps falling off.
What?
It's too loose.
What, the dirt? Why? That's fine. It's not... It doesn't need to be there. It can be somewhere else and be loose. What do you want from me?
It won't hold together.
Oh, the shovel. Okay. How the fuck do we fix that? You want to knife it?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Maybe.
What are you trying to make me do?
This guy is so condescending, man.
Why would I do that?
What if I take the knife to the... Oh, I can do... Oh, interesting. So I could have done either of those. Alright, that's cool. I don't feel like oil would be the right thing. But maybe nail it together or something? That's... Oh, okay. So, like, put those... Yeah, okay. Alright, fine. Why not? Now? Okay, cool. T10. With a key and something else. Elizabeth's letter. Alright. Elizabeth's letter. Okay. My name is Elizabeth also, sorry for the bottom sort of gamma shit. You know, my apologies. Anyway, my name is Elizabeth Grundy, and I have been a patient here at Arcadia for these past 30 years. The asylum is closing soon, but I don't want people to ever forget what horrific institutions these are. I'm leaving today after wasting so many years of my life. I've stolen the key to the front door and buried it here with my letter. Go inside, take a look around, and see for yourself. As you are doing so, please don't forget me and others like me locked in here against our will for so many years. I had a happy childhood bought up in Bath? What? Childhood bought up in Bath. I don't understand what that means. My parents were loving and everything was fine until I left secondary modern at 15. I started work at the glass factory, and that's when things started going wrong. Next page. I was working in the office, and I first couldn't handle it. The men kept touching me up. Okay. I still have a thing about my body and cannot bear being touched by men for all the dreadful things they have done to me in here. Not one of them has cured me. One day, the office manager put his hand on my bottom and I saw red. I screamed at him to leave me alone and ran out. I locked myself in the toilet and wept for a few minutes. But I was determined that he wouldn't see me crying, so I washed my eyes with cold water and walked out. Nobody cared. I saw him watching me as I left, grinning and joking with his friends. He called me frigid. The next day, I didn't go into work. I went in on the Thursday, and nobody said a word to me until personnel came to my desk. They told me I was being paid 1 week's wages, and I was told to leave immediately. For the following weeks, I stayed in my room. I didn't want to see anyone or eat. My parents became worried and sent me to see Dr. Houseman. He said I was suffering from anxiety and sent me to Arcadia for assessment. That's when the nightmare really began. At first, they just asked me questions, and I was allowed home for periods. It wasn't helping. After a few months, they said I had to stay longer to help my recovery. I hated it there, but felt forced to agree. My parents thought it was the best thing. They have done all sorts of awful things to me to cure me. They put me into a bath of cold water and tied me down so I couldn't get out more than once. 6 months turned into a year, and then years. The same thing were happening to everyone else, or same things, excuse me. We slept in a huge ward with so many beds that you had no private space. Some of the patients were worse than me, and they shouted and wandered about during the night. Sleeping was difficult. On the other floors, they held the most ill people. I've never seen where they sleep, but people say they held them in cells with bars over the windows. I've been so miserable. After a few years, they started electrocuting me, electric shock treatment, they called it. They tied me down on a bed, put electrodes on my head. Was that intended to rhyme? Afterwards, I felt sick and walked around for days like a zombie. I couldn't remember who I was, why I was there. That happened to me more than 5 times. As it wasn't working, sometime in the 60s, they decided I needed an operation. They trundled over some horrific machine that looked like a medieval torture implement and drilled 2 holes into my head. Holy shit. I still have the scars now. I can't begin to explain what a godforsaken place this is. We should never forget. Take this key and look for yourself. I'm free now at last, but this experience has ruined my life. I came in as a young girl and leave today as an old woman who is older inside. Yours sincerely, Elizabeth. Okay, so I think this is actually kind of interesting. Most games of this ilk, these horror games that focus on mental institutions, typically demonize people who are mentally ill, which I don't think is necessarily a fundamental problem. You know, you need an adversary, and it's easy to look at mental institutions as a good way to use that as a crux. But I think there's like some statistic that shows that people who suffer from mental illness are far more likely to be the recipient of violence than to commit violence. And I don't know, I've always looked at mental institutions as like an easy, really easy out for a horror developer. And it seems as though, like, the reason why I bring this up is that this seems like a game that is trying to kind of flip that on its head. I feel like their focus is the horrors that the institution is, and not the people inside of the institution, or the people inside of the institution in the sense of like the patients. The people who work there maybe being the horror, which I think is really cool. Anyway, so I need my key. Yeah? All right. It was believed that mental illness could be cured, but only by breaking the will of the patient. I'm liking this. Like, the you know, presentation might not be perfect, but I'm appreciating the message to an extent. What the fucking... what? Alright. This is odd. I'm a very short person, by the way. Can I... guess I can't pick that up. Okay. Batteries are not a thing for me, evidently. Holy shit, okay.
We're going to have so much fun together.
Okay, so that was the end of the demo for, wow, this is really fucking embarrassing. I can't remember the name. Jesus. Come on, man. Okay, excuse me. My apologies. This is the ending to the demo of Relapse. I don't know when exactly the goal is to have this out, like the full thing, and what the goal is for the Kickstarter. Like I said, I did pretty much no research going into this, because that's sort of my personal preference on how to present a horror, or not present a horror game, but how to go into a horror game. But as I said, I didn't think it was going to end this early, so I was giving a lot of my opinions on the game before the ending of it. But yeah, I really appreciate and like that new take on the whole mental institution thing, where it's showing the victimization of a lot of these patients, as opposed to what a lot of these sorts of games like to do, which is make them the villain. whereas they're making the people who run these institutions the villains. I think that's cool. I think that that's something that is a really nice, fresh take on the whole thing, and a more accurate take on the whole thing. Once again, I'm not saying that all games that do the alternative or the typical thing are necessarily bad for doing it. I'm just saying that this is cool that they're taking this approach. So yeah, if you thought this was interesting and would like to see a more polished version of it, feel free to support it on Kickstarter. I'm interested to see where this goes. I felt like the really difficult version of this game, there are the 2 difficulty settings. The difficult one was unreasonable in a lot of the things it was trying to get you to. Like, I don't know how you possibly could have gotten that ladder down. But yeah, anyway, I thought this was cool. And that's really all I have to really say on it, to be honest. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe and all that, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, oh god! Oh shit, okay. I overreacted. Sorry. Stay on your side of the car, man. That's all.